Hi, Mark here, Wednesday, March the 4th, just after 8 a.m. Eastern. It's just after 1 p.m. GMT. US session now underway. Let's have a look how the market's shaping up this morning, starting as always on the US dollar index, and immediately we see a different pattern and a change from the previous few days. US dollar strength from the weekend following the outbreak of the Middle East war, flight to safety, US dollar safe haven status, commodity, world's reserve currency all came into play. But you can see today US dollar sold off and it's a big sell-off. I've got resistance at 99.32 and I've got support at 98.38. And that's through the Asian and European session. Now that the US session's underway, we'll see whether this sell-off continues or at least if prices remain at this support area, or if US dollar buyers do step in and a bounce up of this area and resume what we've seen so far this week, but certainly a different pattern from what we have seen so far this week. Also interesting, the bounce down resistance area is from the middle of January. That is the resistance and where sellers stepped in. Different circumstances right now, but that's where the sell-off, the level where the sell-off started, and it's the same resistance level where the sell-off has started so far today. And right now, sellers testing that 98.38 support level. Let's have a look at the S&P. We're looking at the futures market. Hour and a half till Wall Street opens up. And the pattern that we are seeing in the futures market, I've got support at 6,771. I've got resistance at 6,855. So far, green candlestick, US session underway. We'll see where the buyers test this intraday resistance. And once Wall Street opens up, if we see demand for US equities and the S&P 500 continue and buyers look back up at this 6,900 on the upside. The pattern over the past few days has been a sell-off during the futures and early Asian European session and a fight back during the US session. We're seeing that fight back right now as well. It started earlier. We'll see whether this demand continues through the US session. Gold. Gold had a big sell-off yesterday. I think took a lot of people by surprise, the sell-off yesterday. I think profit taking came into the picture, and today gapped a little bit higher to close yesterday, and so far today pushing off that support level. I've got support at 5,159 and I've got resistance at 5,208. The support, the close from yesterday matches the most recent higher low on the chart, and that support level has been guarded again by buyers today, and you can see the bounce up. So far, there's the green candlestick. Also, weak US dollar could well make for or contribute to a bounce in gold. Weak US dollar, strong gold. We'll see if that plays out, if buyers test this 5,200 area and push higher. But on the front foot to start gold and recouping some of those losses from yesterday. Brent oil, extreme volatility we've seen. And right now, being sold off a little bit, Brent oil, you can see that tried higher. I've got resistance at $84.36 alongside yesterday's resistance. And as the US session gets underway, we're seeing a bit of a sell-off. My support, I'll move that a little bit lower. My support at $80.79. We'll see if that does continue. Like I said, very volatile depending on the changes as they come fast and furious, mainly to do with and affecting the supply of oil, the delivery of oil, the routing of oil out of the Gulf region. A lot of different players involved. I expect the volatility to continue, and this range that we're seeing between pretty much $81 and 84.5 is a relatively narrow range for the way oil has been moving. we'll watch and see today now in the US session where the buyers do step in again, retest, get back up to this resistance level or higher, or if there's reason for selling to continue and this support become tested below $81. Bitcoin. Strong start for Bitcoin today. Wants to break out of the sideways range it's been in for so long. I've got support at 67.3 thousand. I've got resistance at 71.9. Buyers looking to test above. They hold maintaining above 70,000 at this point, maintaining slightly above that 71,000. We'll see if buyers can get to 72,000 and then break out of this sideways range if there's demand for Bitcoin, or if, as we've seen so often over the past month, sellers do step in around this area, around these levels, and look back down at the 67 support area. Between 65,000 and 70,000 has been, broadly speaking, has been the range. We'll see if this can be broken. If you look here, I am gently seeing higher lows. Buyers are stepping in. Let's see if we do get that break today and trade above the 72,000 level or higher. Good trading. Keep that discipline, and I'll see you at the end of the day.